Good morning, my wonderful, amazing people of Earth. So I recorded myself meditating because as part of this course, I wanted to show you what Kriyas look like. And I've been experiencing a lot of them lately. During meditation, they happen quicker and they're a little bit more intense. And this is my kitten, Piper. He's a little crazy. We thought she was a girl, so we named her Piper, him, and then found out that he was actually a boy, but he's the sweetest thing in the entire world. Anyway, I feel like Dr. Evil. So during my meditations, I've been experiencing spontaneous, involuntary movements and vocalizations. And my understanding of these, as much as I've done the research, is that they are ways that the energy moves through the body, the Kundalini energy. And in order to untie the various energetic knots in the body, physical processes need to happen. And those physical processes involve kind of movements and vocalizations, and it's a lot of clearing of blocked energy. And you can actually feel it. I've already recorded these, so I can tell you how I felt during the meditations. Pure bliss, just wonderful, amazing openness. And when I was doing the vocalizations, in particular, they vibrated in specific parts of my body. It felt like they were vibrating in parts of my body that were near chakras, and I could kind of feel the expansion, and I could see light, and it felt wonderfully blissful. At one point I start crying, you'll see, because it was just amazing, an amazing feeling of gratitude and openness and surrender and love, lots and lots of love. And let's see, what else is there? The one that I do resist, that I have trouble with, I should say, is when my neck goes back, and my neck is still sore from that happening, and when the vocalizations occur for longer periods of time. Now, the problem is the resistance. It is uncomfortable. I wouldn't say it's painful. It starts to kind of get achy because it's just not a natural position. But the energy has to be allowed to flow through you and do whatever it is that it needs to do. That's the important piece of it, is really allowing. And when you can allow and let it flow, then it doesn't cause the problems that it would if you resisted and fought it or were afraid of it or whatever. It's nothing to be afraid of. However, I do have to say, what the heck are you doing? He's literally nursing on my on my bathrobe. That's nice, kitty. Oh, you're so happy. You're such a happy kitty. Yes, you are. Yes. I don't know how to feel about this right now. It's quite adorable. It might be the cutest thing I've ever seen. Anyway, so this just means to me, he's just so freaking happy. You are such a happy kitty. So anyway, the Kriyas, as I understand them, are also temporary, and I've been meditating my entire life. Well, since I knew what meditation was. I remember being like 8 or 9, maybe even a little younger, and my aunt giving me a book about crystals, and in the book there were some meditations to do. So I read that and I did the meditations. I don't know if I did them every day. I don't remember. But when I was 14 or 15, I got my hands on another book that actually had meditations in it. And those meditations I did do every day. However, it was probably only a few minutes, and there was really no purpose to the meditation, no outcome, just meditating. And since that time, so I'm 40 now. So since I was about 14 years old, 26 years, something like that, 27 years, I've been meditating. However, it wasn't until about 3 or 4 months ago that I started really getting serious. And by serious, I mean, at first, 3 or 4 months ago, I was having huge difficulties in my mental and emotional state. So I started meditating 6 to 8 hours a day, which is pretty intense. I'm sure, monks and stuff do that, but they don't live, the people who are able to do that in general aren't living the modern Western lifestyle. They don't have responsibilities and children, and I happen to be able to, or at that time anyway, I was able to dedicate that amount of time to meditation, and it was so worth it. My life has changed in absolutely incredible ways, and I can't even describe. I mean, it'd be worth it if it took twice as long and I had to do it for twice as many hours. It'd be worth it still. It's amazing, the changes that have occurred within me and in my life due to these specific meditations that I'm doing. So I'm going to go and actually do another meditation right now. And then I have yoga to do, and then a good friend of mine is coming over. But I wanted you to see the Kriyas and see what's going on for me, and if you continue on this journey, what will happen for you too. Kriyas are something that they're very natural, and they occur for everyone who is on the spiritual path. Everyone who progresses will get to a point where these involuntary movements and vocalizations start to happen. They happen in every culture, every religion. In Christianity, they call it catching the spirit. Speaking in tongues, people have these vocalizations. It's hard to put into words the feelings that are going through you as you're having them. I'm aware that I'm making noises. I'm aware that my head is moving in weird ways. I'm aware, for some reason, when I first started doing this, my hands used to raise up. They don't anymore. But I can describe exactly what it felt like when my hands rose up. They would feel weightless, and they'd actually feel like they were being lifted by something like invisible balloons or something, invisible helium balloons. And when my head is moving, it feels like nothingness, actually. I don't really feel, I'm aware that I'm moving, but the movement comes on its own. It's very much like if you've ever had a twitch, like you can't control it, it just happens. It's kind of that same principle, that same way of being, but it doesn't feel like anything. It's completely effortless and blissful and wonderful if you can surrender into it. It's something that you should be aware of if you're meditating a lot. You want to get to the point where you're having Kriyas. They're beautiful, and they mean you're progressing. So anyway, I'm going to drink my giant cup of tea and do some journaling, and then go back to meditation. So I will talk to you soon. Goodbye, friendly people. Say goodbye, Piper. Want to say goodbye? Say bye. He's so annoyed. Mm-hmm.